Hey guys! Why did I do that? Hey guys, Micro Kitty here. Yeah, my hair. This is what happens when you put pastel blue dye on top of a bleach blonde sort of hair. It's taken alright. There's going to be another picture which is going to be there of what my hair looked like when I first dyed it, and obviously because I've washed it, it's faded out. So I hope you guys like it. Today's video is a little bit more of a sit down and a bit of a serious talk, because this video, if you can't read the title, is my coming out story. Now, if you didn't know, I was a lesbian for three and a half years, and then I turned bi May last year. And I was age 13 when I came out. Sorry, I've got a little bit of paper here with notes on it, so I'm really unorganised. Yeah, I was age 13 when I came out. Now, how I came out is not really, oh, hey mum, hey dad, I'm gay. It was more the fact that I had to prove to myself that I was, in a weird way. It's like, oh, my hair's sticking up. No. I had to, like, say to myself, yes, I like girls, and I'm going to prove it to myself. So I was around my friend's house. I'm not going to name any names because that would just make things awkward because people watch my videos. And I was with a friend who was we were around my friend's house, and I asked if I could kiss her, and she's like, yeah. We were both 13, you know, we were both young and experimenting, and I don't know, I kissed her and it felt right, and then we ended up making out in my friend's bathroom. I don't think she knows about that, so she watches my videos. Hey. So yeah, and then we sort of got into a relationship which lasted 1 year and 5 months, which is a good relationship for someone who's 13, and you know, it's her first gay relationship. It went alright, and I think then, that moment I kissed her, I realised that I was different, because I realised I like girls, and I don't know, I just knew that I felt right being like this. So yeah, and I decided not to tell my parents or not to tell anybody for the first 6 months of our relationship, apart from obviously me and the girl I was dating and a couple of 3 close friends were the only people that knew. And obviously without her permission I decided to tell someone who I was close to who didn't know, because I really needed to tell somebody and get it out of my system. It's like, I want to tell you because you're a proper close friend, I am gay. I went up to her, I remember it now, it was like the end of school, and I saw her and I was like, hey, I'm not going to name her name, I was like, hey, so and so, I need to tell you something. And she's like, what, Chelsea? And I'm like, I'm a lesbian and I'm dating insert name here. And she's just like, oh, okay, that's cool. I was like, please don't tell anyone. And she's like, I won't. So I was like, alright. I went home, I was like, okay, not going to tell her. So, not going to tell the girl I was dating that I told this girl, because she'd have a go at me and she'd lose my trust and it would all just go downhill. You know, my roots are really bad. And, you know, the next day I went into school and everybody knew. She told everybody in our school, or, you know, so she's told someone, they've told other people, and more and more and more, and just, what, suddenly 1,200 people knew. Now, I was in year 9, I just started that school, this probably would have been December, if that, December time, and I just started that school, about 3 or 4 months, and all of a sudden, bam, everyone knows I'm a lesbian, and I was like, oh, why did I do that? And then obviously my girlfriend found out, because she'd had people asking her, because we always used to hang out and be really close and cuddly. He's like, oh, are you two dating? And she's like, no. And I was like, yeah, because I wanted everyone to know. So she got really angry at me, and we didn't break up. We had like arguments and we got back together the next day, sort of thing. But it went okay. I mean, you know, we stayed together for 1 year and 5 months, so that was good. But people found out, like teachers found out, people in the upper years found out, like year 13 found out from word of mouth, and I just felt like my whole world had just come closing in on me, because suddenly I felt like the smallest and most vulnerable person in that school. And obviously people were giving me threats saying, oh, we're going to tell your parents, you know, they were bullying me because of it, and that's when I started to get really depressed, and that's when I first self-harmed at the age of 13. which for me, well, obviously it's not good to do anyway, but for me that just sent me completely off the rails. I mean, I'm still a bit iffy from it now. I still suffer from like depression and that, but I felt like right then my whole life had just ended. It's like, not like I killed myself, it's like my whole life would just, there's no point me living now because, you know, I'm gonna just get picked on for the rest of my life. And I started to hate myself. Sorry, I'm still looking at the sheet. I started to hate myself because of that, and I never really understood that me coming out and being who I am made me one of the bravest people in that school, until one of my friends told me, she's like, I'm so proud of you, you know, nobody will have the confidence to do what you do. And suddenly then I realised, yeah, I've made a difference. I told people that I thought I'd never tell that I was who I was, and people accepted me for it and people didn't accept me. I mean, I've lost friends. I haven't lost family over it. I mean, people in my family are quite homophobic, but I have lost a few friends because of it. They're like, I don't want anything to do with you now. That's just wrong. They can't accept it. So for me that just made me feel really, I don't know, it's not like closure. It's like you can find out who your true friends are by telling them a secret you'd never tell anyone else. It's like some will stay and some will just fuck off. It's, you know, it's like that. But I'd never told my parents because I told my mum when I was 14. I sat her down in the living room and I was like, Mum, there's something I need to tell you. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I like girls. And then, yeah, she was like, I'd rather you be straight, but I guess I've got to be okay with it. Now, since then, I'd obviously dated other girls and guys, and she probably thinks now that I'm straight, and it was like a phase. She doesn't know about me and Sarah. I'd probably never tell her. I mean, I want to get married to a girl one day, and I don't know. I don't know how I'd tell her. It's like, oh yeah, Mum, I'm getting married. Oh, okay. To a girl. What? You know, that to me, that's what it'd be like. Her whole world had just gone, how didn't you know? Sorry, I'm just sort of rambling on now. I'm trying not to fucking cry. But yeah, I had, when our relationship ended, I dated another girl with the same name. That's weird. For like just over a year, and then after that I dated a guy because I fell in love. I sort of fell for this guy, and we've been talking for ages, and I met him through something on the internet. And internet. Sorry, my words are really bad today. I met him on the internet, and he was from London, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a bit different, but yeah, I'm going to go for it. And you know, he was about a year or so older than me, and we, you know, he decided to ask me out, and I was like, yeah, why not? But then I realised, you know what, I don't think I was actually ever lesbian. I think I was always bisexual, because the moment I told the girl who I did that I liked girls and that I was gay, I think she just spread it out that I was a lesbian, but I think inside, like in my heart, wherever it is, I was always bisexual. And I realised that as soon as he asked me out, and I said yes. So obviously after his relationship, mine went downhill. I dated other people like Vinny and so, and yeah, now I'm here with Sarah, and it's going to be 2 months for us on Thursday, so that's going quite well. But yeah, I set up last January, so 2013 January, I set up a group called the Colours of the Rainbow Project. Now this group is like an LGBT youth project in Bedfordshire, which gives people advice and help. It's run by me and a couple of my close friends, so we have first-hand experience of what's gone on. And if anyone has any problems or issues, like anyone watching this, if you need someone to talk to about any issues regarding your gender, sexuality, or just confused or scared or anything, even like relationship advice, I've been there. I'll fucking help you. I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to go into politics and be the first gay Prime Minister. Bitch. Sorry. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, and I want to do that. So, just, I'm going to leave the Colours of the Rainbow Project's Facebook link in the description, my personal Facebook link, and my Twitter name. So you can message me on either of them, follow me, like me, whatever it is. Yep. And yeah, this has been a 10-minute video. Fucking hell, this is long. So I'm gonna sort of end this video here, and I don't know, things will go back to normal. I'll still be my crazy bitch ass self next week or whatever, but you know, thanks for watching, I guess. So see you later, guys.